Welcome to episode 3 of this FPS tutorial series. In today's video I'll show you how to pick up weapons, different kinds, so you can shoot. And then in the next episode we'll look at how to drop the weapons. And also real quick before we get started, check out my paid community in the link in the description. You can get a 7-day free trial in there. But let's get started. So what we'll start off by doing is actually going to the player and to the gun holder right here and removing the AR. So we now have no AR. And then we'll open this one up, so the prefab. Then just click on all of the weapons right here and let's delete the mesh collider. Let's now go to the AR and set the weapon flash right there, because we had only set that in the scene. Also, the bullet spawn point is set at the wrong place in the prefab, so let's just move it over here and then up there. Something like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. Then we can click on this and doing Control D. So now we've duplicated it. And let's open up the AR1 now. And here we'll do AR dropped. So this will be a dropped AR and rename file. In here I'll delete the bullet spawn point. And then for the AR right here, I'll remove the gun and I'll add a box collider. I'll set the size to 0.4 and to 0.3. I'll also set this to a minus 0.1, actually 2, like that. And it doesn't have to be perfect, and I also want it to be bigger so it's easier to get. Then we'll also add a rigid body to that. And now we'll go to assets and go to scripts and we'll create a pickup script. So right click, go to create and do mono behavior script. I will call it pick up. Now open that up. In here we'll first add the Unity engine.input system, because we're going to be using the input system to press E when we want to pick up the gun and we're looking at it. Then I'll also delete the comments right here and then add a public material called highlight material. So when we're looking at the gun, like straight at the gun, the material is going to change and it's going to be blue or something like that. Then I'll also add a private material array, which I will call original materials. So here we will store the original materials of the gun, and also a private mesh renderer. And this will also be an array called mesh renderers. Then I'll add a public game object called weapon prefab. So this will be the actual prefab, for example the AR. So the dropped AR will have this actual AR as the weapon prefab. And then I'll also add a public float called look range, which I'll set to 3. And a private bool called is looked at, which I'll set to false in the beginning. And a private camera called player cam. And a private player shooting called player. Then in our start function, we will do mesh renderers equals get components in children. This one actually with an S, where we will do mesh renderer. So we get all the mesh renderers, and then the original materials will be equal to new material, where we will input mesh renderers.length. And oops, we'll do these brackets actually. So we create a new array. And then we'll do a for loop where we set all of these original materials, where we'll do int I equals 0, I should be less than mesh renderers.length and I++. And then we can do original materials I equals mesh renderers I.material. So this is how we loop through and set all of the original materials. Then we'll do player equals find object of type, where we'll do player shooting. And then we can do player cam equals player dot get component in children. So this one will only be get component, and here we'll do camera. So now we have the camera too. Then in our update function we'll do ray equals new ray, where we'll input player cam dot transform dot position comma player cam dot transform dot forward. So this shoots a ray from the camera's position outwards, where we're looking at. And then we can do if physics.raycast ray, so the ray we just created up here, and we'll out raycast hit called hit, comma look range, so the range of this thing. And if it hits anything, we'll do if hit.collider.get component in parent, where we will do pickup is equal to this. So this pickup script right here. Well, then we'll check if we're not looked at, so it's looked at. Well, then we will set looked at to be true, which is a function we'll create right now, and we'll just return over here. So set looked at, we'll just create that right under. So we'll do void set looked at, where we'll input a bool looked at, we'll call it, and then we'll set is looked at to be equal to looked at, and we'll also do if looked at. We'll then for each mesh renderer, mr we can call it, in mesh renderers, well in here we'll do mr.material equals highlight material. So basically when we are looking at something, it will loop through all the mesh renderers and set the material to be equal to the highlight material, so the blue material which we will create. And then we'll do an else where we'll add a for loop where we'll do int I equals 0, I should be less than mesh renderers.length and I++, where we can do mesh renderers I.material equals original materials.I. like that. So we set it back to the old materials if we're not looking at the gun. Then also let's go back in the update function here and we'll do if is looked at, well then we can set looked at to be false. So this down here will only occur if this does not happen, because we return right here. Then we can add our last function, which will be called onPickup. So we'll do public void onPickup, and we will actually create an action called pickup for our input, and then we add on in front of that like in the other episodes. And in here we'll do if is looked at, or I mean not looked at. Then we will return, so if we're not looking at it. Then we can do if player.gun is not equal null. If it's not equal to null, then we can destroy player.gun.gameObject. So this makes sure that we basically destroy the old gun if we're picking up a new gun. And in the next episode we'll do something else here where we actually drop the weapon. But then we'll do gameObject new weapon equals instantiate weapon prefab, comma, player.gunholder. And you might be thinking, what is gun holder? Well, let's just go to player shooting real quick. And in here, we'll add a public transform right here called gun holder. So that will just be the game object where we hold the gun. We'll set that in the inspector in a minute. But let's go back to pickup, and now we can do the gun holder. Yeah. Then we will also do new weapon .transform.local position equals vector3.0, and new weapon .transform.local rotation is equal to quaternion.identity. So we basically just reset the position and rotation to make sure that they're at that position. And then we can do player.gun equals new weapon.getComponent gun. So now we set this value in here in player shooting right there. And lastly we can do destroy gameObject. So we destroy the actual pickup of the weapon, you know. And that's everything we need in here. So now we can actually head back into Unity right here, and we have our AR dropped right here. Let me just find it again for you. So right here, AR dropped. And let's add the pickup. So pickup right there. And we need a highlight material. So just go to assets real quick and create a new folder called materials. Let's open that up. And in here, I'll right click again, go to create and do material. And I'll call this material highlight matte. And I'll set the base color to something like blue maybe. Then I can go back on the AR drop right there and drag the material onto here. And then the weapon prefab, let's go to assets, prefabs. Let's click on the AR dropped again and let's drag the actual AR onto that weapon prefab. What we'll also add is a player input right here, and then set the action right here to the player input. Then we actually need another one. So let's click on player input up here and click on the plus icon, where we will add a pick up, spelled exactly this way, just like we called this, just without the on. So pick up, and I'll set the binding right here to E, like that. And I'll click save asset. Now we'll click on the player and scroll down, and we need to set the gun holder right here. So just drag the gun holder game object onto there. And now let's drag the dropped AR in here and hit play. And now we can pick up the gun and we can shoot. Now let's also add it for the Glock. So let's go back, click on the Glock right here, and let's rename it to Glock and press rename file. Then I'll click on all of these and delete the mesh collider. And what else do we need? Let's look in the AR right here. Well, we need a gun script and we need a bullet spawn point. So let's go back to the Glock and add a gun script right here. And for the bullet, we can set that to just be the rifle bullet, because you can't really see any difference because it moves so fast. But you could go and just make the normal bullet the same as this one if you wanted to. Then the weapon flash, we can just drag the weapon flash onto there. And for the bullet spawn point, I right click, create empty, call it bullet spawn point. And I'll just put that up here. Then I'll drag it up and then forward, and I'll put it a bit in front of the gun so we make sure that it doesn't hit the actual player. So a bit in front of the Glock, something like that. Let's click on the Glock again and drag the bullet spawn point onto the reference right there. Then we need the dropped Glock. So I'll duplicate this one. Now we have a Glock 1. I'll call this one Glock dropped, rename. Then I'll delete the gun script. And let's look how we created it in here. We had a box collider, a rigid body, a pickup, and a player input. So let's add all of that. So let's first add a box collider. And that's way too big, so I'll just set it to 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, maybe 0.2, and 0.4, 0.4. I want it to be a little bit big, so it's easy to pick up. Then I'll add the rigid body, and we have a pickup we need to add. And the highlighted material, well, we can set that to highlighted material. And the weapon prefab I'll set to the Glock this time. Then we just need the player input, and set the action to be this one. And let's click on the Glock and let's change some of these settings. So the Glock should maybe have a max size of 10 instead and a fire rate of 0.3 instead. And let's have the same reload time. Let's also decrease the recoil a little bit because a Glock is not as powerful. Then let's go to scenes and drag in a dropped Glock. And let's hit play. And let's try to pick up a Glock. And you can still see there's some error with the bullets. So let's just stop the game again, go to Glock. And actually put the bullet spawn point even further in front and set it all the way like over here maybe. Let's hit play and let's take the gun. And yep, now we can shoot. Perfect. And we can change to this one. But we lose the other one, it just disappears. So we'll create that in the next episode. But hopefully you liked this video and make sure to check out my community in the link in the description. I'm actually releasing another course in there within the next few days, so maybe in like 5 days or something like that. So just join right now and be like the first people to try out the new course in there, which will be a complete course on how to make a top-down shooter game. So see you in the community and have an amazing day.